If you're new, welcome to Truth Over Feelings, where we freely explore the beauty of our emotions, but are challenged and confronted to choose the truth over our feelings. I hope that you enjoyed these last parts of episode 4. Please tune in now as we continue to listen together.
Well, dang. Oh, God is so good, yo. Well,
God is so good.
So good. So I know you've been like just on this intense journey of intimacy. You already mentioned your 40 days. So like, how have you been doing with that? And then like, well, how have you been doing that? And then just can like tell me like what are some new insights that God has been like revealing to you in this time?
Yeah. So, I kind of felt him like leading me into this. And, I kept like in my like Bible study and, in some other reading plans and stuff that I've been doing, it was like 40 days, 40 days, 40 days, 40 days, 40 days, right? And it's like, well, that's the time sort of like of trial before like a new period begins, right? And like I kept recognizing like, oh, in about 40 days I'll have like my teaching certificate, which I just got an email that I was approved for. And I'll probably have like a better idea of like what positions I'll be able to take. It was just like probably most of these restrictions will be beginning to lift. And so I recognize that like, oh, I'm like on the precipice of this like 40 days. And, maybe God's taking me into the wilderness right now and I need to just submit and follow. Right. And, of course, like when you say that, it's like, sure, let's just go into the wilderness. Right. And then
No, like, I don't know anything about that. I'm ready to go the other direction. And I'm like, no, please. Is there another way I can get the lesson without? What's the easiest way?
No. I'm definitely the kind of person, like my friend he's a retired Marine, and he was telling me about SEER training, where it's like they teach you how to like handle like being interrogated and like all this. And I was like, oh, I think I could do that, right? He's like, Joanna, that is not the normal response. Like, and I'm like, but I think I could. It's like, oh my goodness. So I'm definitely like yeah, I think I can do that kind of person. And so when God's like,
God bless you, Joanna,
we need to go in the wilderness, I'm like, okay, I think I can do that. And so there have definitely been times like, so like I had wanted to do the whole 40 days like fasting till sunset. And I just discovered that it's just not sustainable for like what I'm trying to do in terms of like my tutoring. And I was like, I'm like not going to be able to like bring money in if I do this, because like my mind just was not working. And I wasn't sleeping. But fasting has definitely been a part of it, and it will continue to be a part of it. And I've really found, because it's not something that I ever thought that I would do, right? Like it wasn't ever a thing, like for me growing up, like I didn't know, like that was like a Jewish thing, right? Like Jewish people fast, Christians don't, And so it wasn't until like spending time, and like last year's Secret Church was on like prayer and fasting, right? And it was just like, oh, okay, like this is the thing that we're supposed to do. And it's been something that I have found to be like just a really like beautiful way to seek the Lord and to really feast on him and to rely on him and to do it in this like tangible way. And it's been such an enormous blessing. And I had this one woman, Linda, in my small group who like helped me the first time, and she like fasted with me, and we were like praying together, and you know, and it's like he's just so faithful. It's like when you take those steps, you know, like when you, because like faith really is like, it really is an action, right? Like I can have faith in a seatbelt all day, but it don't matter if I don't buckle it, right? And like taking those steps and like seeing how he responds is just like so amazing. And so I've been doing that, and I started this 40-day devotional about, it's called Women of Courage. And it literally just like, I just happened upon it, and it's been like the perfect devotional, you know.
Did you just happen upon it? Don't the Lord?
Yeah, right, exactly. Exactly, right?
Yes.
And I went back and I bought all the little study guides to the secret churches.
Mm-hmm.
And so I've been going through, and I just did Cults and Counterfeit Gospels. I just finished that last night. And I've been doing this Bible study with my mom and my sister, which is like, what? Like I do a Bible study with my mom and my sister. It's just bananas, right? And I've been like going on these walks every day, except for today because it's all gross and rainy. But I've been going on these walks every day, and like sometimes I'll listen to like a podcast, or recently I was listening to C.S. Lewis, and you know, or like I'll just listen to like music, like I'll put on like some Stephen Malcolm and be like, okay, you know, feeling it. And or I'll just silence and like pray or listen. I've really been trying my darndest to listen, which is not easy. My brain is way too loud. But just trying to find ways like throughout the day, like the whole day, like in between my tutoring sessions, or, you know, like if I know I have this space of time, like I'm going to sit down and like listen to some C.S. Lewis, or do some secret church, or work on my Bible study, or, you know, whatever it is. And even if it's just for like 15 minutes here and there, you know, and it's just like this pursuit of him is like, it always like, he's always there, you know, like I just walking towards him, and he's always there. And like he's really revealed to me like so many things about those wounds in my heart, and like where I was seeking things other than him. And like I realized like my ex, like it was never like him, right? It was this idea that I had of him, right? And like I couldn't let go of that, because it was like all about like but I needed to be loved by someone like him, right? But it's just like, I'm loved by the God of the universe. Like
ain't nobody better. Ain't nobody greater.
Yeah, and it just really helped me like set down a lot of things with him. And it's, I mean, like I still have, let's see, today is day 20. So I started counting backwards. So tomorrow will be day 20.
Okay.
Today is day 19.
Halfway through.
Yeah. And so.
Wow. Well, you know, so when you started just talking about fasting and like coming on the other side of that, I feel like every time that I've fasted, there's always been some type of breakthrough that I've had. Like some type of revelation that the Lord has given me. It doesn't even matter. Not that every time it's like, oh, this great thing, but like it's always, whenever I've done it, it's always been of this place of like for sure surrendering to him, and just like, Lord, I need you so much, and like the way I currently am operating is not enough. I feel like I can't hear you. It's not sufficient. So I'm going to continue on this until you reveal yourself to me in this specific way. And I think like asking that, like I think when I first started doing asking that felt uncomfortable, but like he tells us that we can come to his throne boldly. And that was, and I think like knowing, seeing that in his word, and like just growing into that space was like, just like, okay, like I can ask these kinds of things. Like I need to see you, Lord, in this way. Like I need to hear from you clearly. And not in a like signs and wonders kind of thing. But like, man, I think like every time that I've fasted, it has been like I've come out of something, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And even just
like honestly, I'm like almost like, is this like a trick or something? Like it seems because it's so true, right? Like it really is. It always like brings you back to God, right? And it's always exactly what you need. It's always exactly what you need. And like I'm just like, how it's almost like I don't know, like it feels like cheating sometimes or something, you know? Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, I get you. Well, I mean, because it's in this place where like you're totally depending on him. Like there is nothing physically in the physical realm and sense that you're relying on. It's just like we've crossed over into this spiritual like, and it's so real. Yeah. Dang, I love. Okay, I'm so excited. I get so excited easily.
I love that about you.
I won't keep too much of your time, but I do have a couple more questions.
Or we can Joe Rogan this, do like a 3-hour. I don't know how he does that. I'm like, well, aren't you tired after a while? Like,
well, that's how it was with Odie. Like, we did 2.5 hours. So I'm
wow.
Hey feelers, this was episode 4. I hope that you enjoyed it. We're going to listen in next week to a little bit more, another part of episode 4. Joanna is transparent and sharing her heart. I hope that you're blessed by it. She blessed me. So stay tuned till next week. And until then, don't forget to like,